Hi everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I have this Samsung NX Mini. This is actually basically a mirrorless camera. Yes, so it's just so slim. I would say it's one of the slimmest mirrorless camera ever that I've seen. Yes, and it comes with this put on flash and all these things. So this is actually optional. You can just like take it out and all. So this camera, to charge it is basically you just charge using the USB right here. So this is the door for it to turn on. There's a battery right here. You can just like take it out. And this camera is using micro SD card where you put it into this slot right here. This is where the micro SD is. Then it's charging using the micro USB cable, which where you put it into here. Then there's a HDMI cable where you can connect it to your PC or to your TV lah, basically to display the photos taken from the camera onto the TV. So yes, anyway, to change the lens is basically just press this button. You just turn it anti-clockwise, then there you go. So basically this is the camera and all. So this is the sensor, very colorful and all. So just to take note that try to avoid dust going into it. Then to put back is simple. The white dot and the white dot align to each other. Then you just turn it clockwise. When you hear the sound, it means that it's ready. So this is the lens cover, and you are always come with this standard 9 to 27 mm. The macro, the slightly zoom lens, so they give you an equivalent of 85 to 55 mm. The zoom. So anyways, to turn on the camera is you just press this on off button. So when you turn on the camera, you can see that it's dark screen. So what actually you have to do is basically, if you see these two dots aligned, you just have to rotate it into a clockwise direction. So once you rotate it, the lens will pop out, and then there you go, you turn it on the lens. Because this is a very slim camera and all these things, so they try to compose the parts as small as you can. So basically you have to take the lens out here to at least 9. That is when the screen will start to appear. So 9 is the wide angle lens and all these things. And if you want to zoom, you go all the way until 27, which is like a 55 mm zoom and all. So yes, then to help you press here is to focus and all, but because now it's too near to me, so I just basically use the wide angle lens. Move the camera further away. If you see this green color rectangle, it means it's trying to autofocus. Now the flash is the slow flash, so I just press it in. Oh, it doesn't flash up. So anyways, this is touchscreen as well. Yes, so you can just touch it to focus, or you can just like half press it. So yeah, then this is the flash settings right here. So for the flash settings, you have to go to menu to adjust it. Yeah, so basically if not, to do the flash is you just press this sorry, it's not the FN key. Yeah, this is the FN key here. So it's using smart flash or off flash, so you only have these two functions. So smart flash will just fire when it's detected it's dark and all these things. So for force flash, I think you have to change it to your normal mode, like program mode. Then you go to FN. In here you got more settings. You can adjust to your force flash, field in flash and all these things. There you go. So just take a press. There you go, this is the force flash. So you have to go to the various modes. So in program mode, you can have full access to the camera settings, whereas like auto mode, you have limited settings as you can see here. So you go to mode, you go to smart. Smart mode is just basically like your like detection. Basically like you can like just preset this kind of settings that you want. Like for example, you want like macro objects, you want food objects and all these things, so the camera just like program the best as it can to to take the best photos for that mode. Then you got program mode. Program mode give you full access to all the camera settings and all. So to touch the settings, just press FN here. So this is the shutter speed where you can play around. The aperture, this is the exposure compensation. This is like the ISO. So in the here you can adjust your ISO to you want. The maximum for this camera can go to 12,008. Then you can play with the white balancing. You can choose what kind of white balancing that you like for the color that you want. So yep, you can just play around here. So once you're done ready, you just press back to the menu button and just press here. This is basically the picture wizard. So it's like, you know, you enhance the color, everything, like make it more you know, like basically like filters like that. You can just play around with it. You can custom your filter, you know. Then over here, this is the metering system. There's multi, there's central weight, and there's spot metering. Then over here, this is the single autofocus, continual autofocus, or manual autofocus. Then this is the multiple autofocus area and all. So for this camera, there's actually don't have the ring to autofocus it. So yeah, I think you just have to, if you're using manual focus, it's a bit more complex to do it. Then there's face detection as well, on or you want to off. Then there is like if you click, there is various kind of like mode drive. There is like bracket, there is white balancing bracket, picture wizard, and all these things. So white balancing bracket is because it takes like, you know, the photos at different like white balancing and all. Autofocus AE is the AE bracket is the exposure value, the compensation. Then there's continuous shot, there's burst shot, everything. So depending on the mode that you want. Then there is flash modes and all these things like I mentioned earlier. I showed to you. So yes, and this is where you can do the touch settings and all, autofocus touch, AI point tracking, one shot touch, and all these things. So you can adjust the setting that you want. Then this is the phone mobile connection. You can do mobile link through the app, remote viewfinder, or auto share depending on what you like. Then here's the program mode. You cannot change anything. Then over here, this 792 here is basically like the storage space. So storage space is how many photos you can take. 792 photos basically. Then this will tell you there's an SD card inside. Then on the top right here, the green color is the battery sign. The battery health is to tell you there's 3 bar, means it's fully charged. 20 megapixel. There's like a full frame shot, the flash, and all these are all the settings like the light metering. SAF is the single autofocus, face detection, white balancing, and OIS stands for optical stability. Then other mode they have, you got aperture priority mode. So to set the aperture priority, you go to FN, then you press this thing. You can just drag around the aperture. It's all technically is touchscreen lah, basically. There's like no ring to control the movement. So then shutter priority, same thing. To adjust, you go to FN. By the way, all these settings like the white balancing, all these are still the same as the program mode, which is something cool lah. So for the shutter speed, you can adjust to what shutter speed that you want. The slowest is being how many seconds? Let me see. 1 second, 1.6. Wow, you can go up to 30 seconds, which is really amazing. There you can see the photo here is really bright. That means it tell you that it's overexposed. Yep. So just to let you know that you have to adjust the white balancing accordingly. So if you load up the shutter speed and all these things, the camera will set the aperture value and the white balancing to take the photo. Maximum is 1002 to achieve the best photo. I mean, you can go any further. Then for manual mode is where you can have full access to all the like shutter speed as well as the aperture value. So for the shutter speed, I think you can increase up. For maximum is 1002. And yes. And the aperture is here. You just press select. This is where you can adjust the aperture value. Same thing like just now. So in Wi-Fi, so Wi-Fi is really connected to your, this is how you share it with your device and all these things. So there's a remote is like basically connect to Wi-Fi. Then there's also email as well. So yep. Then you can do share remote viewfinder. This is where you can do the Wi-Fi, but you must download the Samsung Smart Camera app. Then mobile link. So once you take all the photo ready, to view your photos you taken, you press this button here. Yep. No image file. Then anyway, this is the display button here. This is where you can make it like, you press it, you can have the display that you want. On the left is basically the drive, the shortcut to the drive mode. Bottom here is for the white balancing, this is autofocus. Yep, that's all for the view. And only anyways, this flash can be taken out, but first I'll do off the camera first. Then you unscrew up this thing. So basically you have to unscrew up the flash. So anyway, this YouTube video review is going to be very long. So once you have to turn it up, the wheel up all the way. You turn some more. Then you just pull it out. So it's basically a connection right here. And all this is basically this Wi-Fi. Then you just flip up the screen. You can have a 360 view. Yep, like a selfie view and all these things. So in selfie mode, you can have like self shot, you can have manual, you can connect it to the phone to press the shutter, and all these things. And then there's like touch autofocus. So yep, so when you're doing review, you can just like that, press, and yep, there you go. So there is how it works. So actually there's a small little flash here as well. You can still fire. So yep, so that's all for today's walkthrough for this camera. Then to put it back, this thing on again, you have to put this thing in. Then you follow the direction lock, which is here. Then you just basically like screw it in. Make sure you just tight it in the end. So that's all for today's video. Please leave a like, subscribe to my channel, and follow me for more content, and I'll see you soon. Bye.